Hello, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. Today, I want to talk about what is lead generation in digital marketing. If you're looking to generate more leads, more high quality leads from your digital marketing, I want to answer that for you today. Hey, Edwin Dearborn here, another edition of Growth Driven. Thank you for joining me. Today, I want to answer the question, what is lead generation in digital marketing? I conducted a survey, an online survey on LinkedIn 2 days ago. I've got a little over 22,000 followers on LinkedIn, and they have the ability to launch surveys. And I asked the question, uh, have you developed leads from LinkedIn? Obviously, you're connected with me on LinkedIn, but the question is, are you generating quality leads? I had about 150 people answer that question in that survey, and two-thirds of them, 67%, said that they have never generated a lead from LinkedIn, which is amazing to me because there's something like over 800 million people globally on LinkedIn. Now, granted, not all 800 million are active. So even, hey, let's say that only 300 million out of the 800 million are active. Still, that's a lot of people. And two-thirds of the people on LinkedIn are not generating leads from their digital presence, their digital marketing. So I wanted to go over, I put together an article, which I just posted on LinkedIn. So if you want to go to my feed, now I've also put the 4 steps in this YouTube video, which will eventually record on YouTube. And then I'm going to upload it to my podcast. But I want to go over with you what these 4 steps are. Now, we all know that, look, having loyal customers is the lifeblood of our business, but we've got to generate leads, whether that's through referrals, digital marketing, however we go about doing it. Any expanding, ambitious brand needs to have new leads. Digital marketing, obviously, is a big opportunity for brands that do it right. So, the first way, obviously, is to use paid advertising. Look, Google, Bing, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, these can provide a direct means to reach your audience. And there's a lot of different ways that you could advertise, and we'll get a little deeper here in the other points. But, you know, look, if you want to generate leads, you got to understand who you want to reach. You can research the keywords, and also through social media, they allow you to really identify your audiences, what they follow, what they like, and you can narrow down your audience, your advertising to the right personas that you want to reach. So number one is use paid advertising. Drive them to a landing page, drive them to a piece of content, etc. Point number two, create gated content and promote them. What's a piece of gated content? It's a piece of content that somebody's got to give up their email and or phone number for them to get. It could be a course, an ebook, a white paper, some type of webinar. You say, hey, I'm going to give you this ebook or my free book, but you've got to give them some piece of content. I've used this. It's very successful. So if you don't have any gated content, that would be where you'd want to begin. And again, going back to understanding your persona, what would your ideal audience want as a free giveaway that they'd be willing to give up their contact information for? So obviously you got to create something that's valuable enough that people go, hey, I'm willing to give up and or phone number for this valuable piece of information. And then from those leads, you can put them in a CRM. And from your CRM, you can continue to contact them either through retargeting ads, further emails, even phone calls, if they gave you that information. Point number three, host events, primarily webinars, but you could also be doing live workshops and conferences and gathering people's information. So One of the ways to gather their information in a webinar, obviously, is to register for the webinar. They have to give you that valuable contact information, such as their email and phone number. But even at live conferences, you can ask people to sign in and add their email address, add their phone number, or have some type of free giveaway that they have to fill out some type of information to get. So that could be, free consulting or a free gift of some sort where they would actually get, where you'd actually gather their information. A lot of times at conferences, people will put up a phone number and go, hey, if you text me your information, I'll send you this other information. So there's multiple ways, but events are great ways, whether online or in person, to engage people and get their contact information. And now you have sales leads, which you can further nurture with additional content, texts, phone numbers, additional online events, etc. Okay, point number 4. Take your gated content and events and then promote them on your social media channels. This can be done organically and multiple times. You can use automated software to constantly ping your social media profiles through organically about your gated content on social media. Moreover, you can boost those through paid ads by driving people to your webinars or to your gated content. These 4 basic strategies will generate for you digital marketing leads. And again, the great thing about this is that you can scale it not only in price, but you can also scale it in quality. And what I mean by that is you don't have to have this amazing long form piece of content. It could be just a black and white document that's a checklist. Here's my checklist on how to solve this problem. Here's my checklist on how to access this free resource, or whatever it is that you do. Don't get overcomplicated about it. Your gated content can be very, very, very simple. And you don't even have to put a lot of money. It could be $5, $10 a day on this to get some initial traction. And now you're generating some leads. So let's not overcomplicate this and think, oh my God, I got to write an ebook and I've never written an ebook and I got to spend thousands of dollars. Incorrect. You can take a very simple piece of information that you're really good at, that's your superpower, use a small budget, and get started with digital marketing. Now, if you need help with this, regardless of the size of your brand, as a virtual chief marketing officer or as a fractional CMO, as it's sometimes called, I work with brands that are ambitious, that want to figure out, hey, I want to get in the digital marketing game so as to generate more leads. Where do I begin? How do I start? What's the platform I should launch on? What's the piece of content? All those questions and all that overwhelm, I help brands and CEOs and startups kind of distill down into a simple game plan so that we can execute. Just this morning, working with a real estate company, I put together a 2-page plan. It's got maybe 15 steps on it, and we're just going to create simple content, simple ads, use a very inexpensive CRM that's like $69 a month, and begin to get in front of ideal prospects so as to generate more digital leads from these efforts, as well as increase our referrals from those that we've already done business with. This has been another edition of Growth Driven. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.